You did really well to get her on a date, but there is still a lot to do. Can you charm her enough this evening to take things physical? Goal. Kiss. Ooh. Oh, choose the date's location. Bar, club with friends, coffee, hiking. We have to play this level like several times. Let's... Okay, this is the bar. That's coffee. Club. Let's start off with the club.
In this case, it's not the ideal option, but in the case where the girl is maybe not ready to meet you one-on-one, inviting her out as a group could work. But in this case, you want to choose a different option.
Darn. Hiking.
If a girl's active and she shows an interest in outdoor activities, that can be great. But in this case, it wasn't the option to choose.
Damn, I thought we actually got to play all these. That sucks ass. Coffee is always good. Let's try bar.
Ideally, we want nighttime plus drinks, right? To make sure the date goes as well as possible. So the bar is the best option.
Hold on. I'm gonna choose the other one so we get all that dialogue. Or get a dialogue? Okay, let's see coffee.
Coffee's boring.
Okay.
And, you know, we love drinking, right? We want some alcohol. Otherwise, you know, how do you make a move if she's sober? Oh, God. Plus, a lot harder to keep the conversation going in a coffee shop.
True. That's like a first date kind of thing, although this is a first date.
Ideally, we want nighttime plus drinks, right? To make sure the date goes as well.
Alright, I'm gonna skip it, sorry. Good to see you too.
Take a seat.
Thanks. Damn. Was that right?
No. You don't sit opposite. Reason
So I
is,
figured.
can't touch her up. No, but seriously, it makes it a bit harder. When you're sitting side by side, you get to kind of take a break, look around the room. If there's an awkward silence, it's not so awkward. And like I said before, you can touch her.
You can touch her.
Come take a seat over here.
Thank you.
Perfect. So many people sit opposite each other on first dates and it gets really awkward because you've got that eye contact the whole time. You run out of stuff to say, you feel super uncomfortable. And the worst thing, you can't touch her up, right? So it's much better to sit side by side. So how have you been the past few days? What have you been doing?
Actually quite a lot. I went to the gym as usual and then did some work, but it's boring, right?
Yeah.
And last night I watched a movie.
Okay, what movie?
It was Seven with Brad Pitt, a nice one.
Yeah, it's good, right? It's kind of psychological, serial killer, scary.
Oh, so you've seen it?
Yeah, I like
it is very scary. I liked it very much. I think it's very smart.
But it's a strange film for a girl. It's not like Sex in
Is
the
it?
City or like Finding Nemo or something. It's quite a tough film, right?
Yeah, it is. But I like tough films.
So you watch horror movies and things like that?
Yeah, I do. I do quite often. I think they make you think and it's interesting.
But not. What if there's loads of blood and people dying? You can watch it or you kind of cover your eyes and stuff.
Not like that. I wouldn't watch The Saw or something like that because it's stupid, I think. But this one is very smart. You should know if you watched it.
Yeah, it is very smart. You're always thinking about, you know, how they can catch him and stuff. So
Yeah,
it's quite
exactly.
cool.
Exactly.
All right. What else have you got going on?
Actually, I'm moving house at the moment, and it's very, very difficult and annoying because there are all those boxes I have to move and all my stuff.
You have to pack things up.
Yeah, pack up and then transport it all. Oh, it's so difficult.
Yeah,
Sucks.
So it's a stressful thing to do to move house.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's so pretty. offer to come and help. She might not like that. I don't know.
Well, listen, if I'm free, then I can definitely come and help you carry boxes or whatever you need.
Oh, really? Thank you for the
sure.
offer. It's very nice of you.
No, it's not right you doing heavy lifting and stuff yourself. You know, look at you in this dress and heels and coming downstairs. And
True.
No, it's physical work, so I'm happy to come do it.
Thanks. I will use your help.
Okay, it worked.
No, and you can remember this rule for as long as you live. Don't do these favors for girls that you're romantically interested in until you're dating and preferably sleeping together, because otherwise you're just giving her too much too soon for no good reason.
That's kind of shitty.
Busy now with the house and stuff, but
it's okay to help
do you do any sports?
because you care.
Yeah, of course I do sports.
Why, of course.
It's my main hobby, going to the gym, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I like it very much.
What do you do there?
I do a lot of different things, actually. The main one is doing weights, usual stuff.
Okay.
And I also do 1 hour stretching a week.
Yeah.
It's very, very painful, but very rewarding as well.
For flexibility.
Yeah,
so you want to be able to do splits or
Yeah, that's
or
my
kick,
goal.
kick people in their heads and stuff like that.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, so, and also I do...
Oh, have a good night. I'm going to sleep
Yeah,
after
so
this one too. I'm
interesting
sleepy.
as well.
I stayed up
What
late.
about you? Do you do sports?
But have a good night.
Yeah, I've done lots of sports.
And thank you for
I used to
hanging
do
out as well.
Boxing, used to play squash. I always try and do something physical, and at the moment I just do normal gym, like weights and things. But I don't get huge because I don't do protein shakes and all this stuff. So
That's good.
just go to the gym, and I'm doing things for like endurance, you know, have good fitness and whatever. And what else do you do apart from physical stuff?
Apart from physical stuff, I like reading. Actually, I read every day, and it's very, very interesting for me.
Oh yeah? What are you reading now, or what's the last book you read?
I've just finished Bulgakov's Master and Margarita, but it wasn't the first time I've ever read it. So.
You read it again? So
Yeah, I like it very much.
one of your favorites?
Yeah, one of.
That's nice because it's classic literature, not like, you know, Harry Potter and Da Vinci Code and the girl with the dragon tattoo and all this stuff.
So you like reading as well?
Yeah, and I like reading not just fiction, but if I read fiction, I like classics. But I like reading sometimes psychology, business, biographies, all types of different stuff.
Yeah, that's interesting. I like psychology as well, and biographies of famous people. That's good.
Interesting, yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Cool. And tell me, do you do anything creative, or I don't know, like singing, dancing, playing the violin, whatever?
Actually, I'm absolutely useless at singing.
You can't sing?
Can't do that, and don't like
I was going to
it.
ask you to sing for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Maybe we'll get you lessons and you can sing for me.
That can be interesting. Maybe one day. And I can't play any musical
None of
instruments.
them?
Well, no.
Even this xylophone thing or the...
Maybe.
Do you know this triangle, that one? You just...
Can do that, I think, because that's easy. And the creative thing I do is actually painting.
Thank you.
Try to get to the bottom of how it makes her feel. Say that she can paint you nude if she wants. Say that you don't really get art. Let's do the nude.
Painting, eh? Well, listen, I'm very comfortable with myself. So if you ever want to paint someone nude, then just let me know.
I'm sorry, what? Really?
Yeah, you know, like lying on a couch and with some fruit and things like that. I think it would be nice, no?
That's not something I would paint. I think it's really weird.
You can do it without the fruit.
What? Really? No, I don't paint that. I think it's too much.
You don't
Sorry.
paint people or naked people?
Actually, I try not to paint people at all.
Okay.
Especially
Animals,
nude.
or what do you paint?
No, I like, for example, beautiful scenery.
Like landscapes.
Yeah, something from my imagination, something that helps to express emotions, you know.
Okay, very nice. A little bit too early to be sexual.
Yellow!
And a little bit too early not to be connecting with her, right? So you found out one of her passions could be a really rich conversational subject. You've skipped over it and turned it silly and turned it kind of weird. So not good.
Why was that yellow?
Yeah, have a drink.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So tell me, how about traveling? Do you travel?
Oh yes, I do.
And what do you normally do? Do cities or adventure holidays?
Actually, I like both. I like cities, and I went to many places in Europe. For example, Prague and Berlin and Rome. Rome is amazing, so I
Very
like that.
beautiful there, yeah.
Yeah, of course, Europe is beautiful, and I also went to some exotic places like Lebanon, for example.
Lebanon?
Yeah,
It's not dangerous there.
It was quite scary because I thought it was dangerous, but probably it wasn't at the moment. It was fun because I like to see different things and,
Different cultures and whatever. But
Yeah.
Rome is very touristy, right?
Yeah, all
And-
these crowds, you're
And
right.
then Lebanon is probably not very touristy, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely, very different.
So you like
can see the
different
contrast.
different kinds of things, not
Yeah, I
always the
do.
same stuff in the same hotel and speak in, places where, because English people are different. Some like to go to, for example, Spain every year to the same place,
really?
only speak English, they don't know any Spanish.
That's quite boring.
Yeah, and then some people like just going somewhere super exotic where there are no tourists. I'm more like the second type. I don't like tourists.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If I go somewhere and there are other English people, oh no, I feel like I'm in the wrong place.
Oh, really? So you don't like English people?
When I'm traveling somewhere and you're just surrounded by, people from your country, you don't feel like you're traveling. And if
Oh, yeah.
everything's in English, you don't feel like you're traveling. So I like to go somewhere and only meet locals, to go to the local place. Like you would have seen it in Rome. You can go to some restaurants where it's all just Americans.
Oh man.
Yeah, just tourists all around.
Or
No
you can
good.
go to a restaurant if you're lucky and you're like, oh, I'm sitting with Italians, so I must be in the right place, not the tourist
Yeah, maybe you're right,
recommendation.
actually. I should try that.
Yeah. And tell me, what's the I don't know, coolest place you've been or most interesting?
Something that I really liked, yeah?
Yeah.
Recently I went to Cuba and it was amazing. I really, really liked it.
Disagree and say that it's not such a cool place. Get her talking about the best parts of her trip. Impress her with the fact that you've been to the Caribbean many times. Start with the first one.
Cuba. But isn't it like really dirty and isn't it communist? I mean,
Oh, no, it's not dirty at all. Have you been there?
no, but I heard it was very dirty, grimy. They have no Starbucks, they have no Four Seasons hotel, nothing.
my
like
God.
nothing. I don't know, just poor people on the street everywhere.
Maybe, but Four Seasons is not everything that matters, right?
No, of course, but I mean, there's none of that stuff, like international things that you're used to when you travel.
Yeah, maybe, but the place is actually very nice and the people are very, very friendly and sincere and the scenery and nature, it's
But
just
it's
amazing.
Fidel Castro, communism and all this, isn't it? I don't
You're
know.
not going to be a politician there, are you?
Oh, I hope not, they'd probably kill me, wouldn't they?
No, don't think so.
It
I
wasn't
like the
dangerous?
place,
You
anyway.
weren't followed by spies? and
Not at
whatever?
all, it was very peaceful.
Okay. If she's positive about something, why are you being negative about it?
And what about you? Do you like traveling?
Was that yellow?
Yeah, I do like travel. I don't like it as much as I did because when I was younger, I would go away for months at a time and just
Wow.
go to different countries and, come back home and then 2 weeks later go away again. Now I'm more settled and I like spending time at home, but I would say like every month I like to go somewhere. And I spend a lot of time in Barcelona. I've got a nice place there, it's by the sea, and have it all, nicely set up with big television and PlayStation and stuff. So it's really cool.
Oh, really? PlayStation, you said?
Yeah.
You play often?
She's
Yeah,
like
kind
that.
of.
Oh,
No
really?
gamers?
I think games are just a waste of time. Don't
No.
you think so?
No, bitch. Yeah, I know, you are right. I will cut down. Persuade her that it's actually quite intelligent. It is. What? And I suppose you don't do anything that wastes time? Just be defensive.
What? What's wrong with it? If I want to play a game sometimes, fine.
Really?
Yeah, why not?
I don't think that it's okay to sit in front of the TV all the time with the controller.
Not all the time, sometimes. And of course you need a controller to play the game and a television. But you're telling me you don't do anything that wastes time?
Not anything like that, no.
Other things that waste time in worse ways, probably, yeah?
No, in better ways.
So,
I don't like games at all,
so if
really.
I spied on you for 24 hours, I wouldn't see you on Instagram reading Cosmopolitan magazine
No.
and all this stuff.
Definitely not.
No? You'd be like studying Shakespeare, going to the gym, and then, reading another book, and reading another book, and reading another book.
Probably I do something, but games, I really know that if you start, then you just can't quit, and you're sitting there for hours, and you think that it's 1 minute.
No.
Does it happen to you?
No, not at all.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay then.
Remember the golden rule. When you're challenged, don't react with anger. Don't react by being aggressive towards them. Be cool with it.
Mm-hmm.
And what about you? Do you have any
Who's yellow?
guilty
What?
pleasures? Watch some really dumb TV shows, like reality stuff or something?
Well, let me think. Definitely not TV shows, because I never watch TV actually.
Never?
Never. I don't like it.
You don't have a television?
Only movies.
Ah,
I have
movies.
television, but only
Okay.
for movies and stuff. And I need to tell you that one guilty pleasure I used to have was smoking, actually,
Oh.
but I managed to give up. And
Are you sure you're not going to start again?
no, now
If I had a
now,
cigarette now and say, come on,
no,
smoke.
thank you. No, I gave up, so
That's
no
good.
more. And I think nothing else, basically. And what
Alright.
about you?
Actually, people are often surprised when I tell them I've never tried a cigarette.
Oh, really?
never
Not
smoked them.
once.
No, I smoked other things, but never a cigarette.
Okay.
Strange, right?
Yeah, that's funny.
And in general, no, I think I'm quite, nothing too bad, not a crazy alcoholic or addicted to anything
That's
that I
good.
shouldn't be addicted to. So, no, it's not too bad. And let me ask something that's a little bit, for me it's interesting, right? So indulge me here.
Okay, go
what
on.
are your bad habits? Like, what are some bad qualities?
Like that. I think I can't really trust people well, so
Well,
sometimes...
you can trust me.
No, I
Of course
don't
you
know. Sometimes I can seem a little bit unfriendly with people I don't know.
Ah.
So maybe that's a bad point about me. And also, I'm crazy about being on time everywhere. So sometimes I'm panicking when I'm running late and can be really angry or something like that.
That might be a problem.
Really? Why?
Yeah.
You're always late.
I'm never late, but I
Don't
arrive.
tell me that.
I arrive like 3 seconds before.
Before.
Always
You're sure
before.
not after?
I'm late if it doesn't matter, but if it matters, like a flight or a train or when people are waiting, I'm not late. But if it doesn't really matter, if we kind of say, oh, around that time, then I wouldn't. And getting to the airport, yeah, not hours before. Hate it. So that might be a problem.
Yeah, that might be a problem actually, because I like to come in advance. Don't know what to do now. I can try it your way, because actually I end up wasting hours just
Well,
sitting there and
if
waiting.
in the future, right, this is our first date, but if in the future we go somewhere,
Okay.
you can just go to the airport like 5 hours before, do whatever you want,
I'll meet you
and
there.
I'll just come later and meet you on the plane.
Okay, that sounds funny.
All right.
Yawn and put your arm around her. Palm reading. Use the gypsy fortune teller routine to touch her ear. Check her pulse. Put your hand on her leg. That might
I need
be
to
okay.
Figure out a way to touch her now.
Sorry. Could you please remove that?
Remove this, my hand.
Uh-huh.
Why, too soon?
Yeah, didn't like it.
All right, well, tell me when you're ready. Give me a sign. You can, I don't know, do this and this and this. It means you're ready or something, okay?
Okay, I will.
But don't leave it
Passed.
too long.
I think it passed.
That could have been cool, but you drew too
Oh,
much
it
attention
didn't.
to it. So when you do touch her, it should be quite innocuous.
Okay. I don't know, she might not like that either.
So I can arrive like 1 minute before and you would have been there for 5 hours bored out of your brain.
Yeah, exactly. That sounds funny.
I need to figure out a way to touch her now.
Tired.
Oh, I'm sorry. What's that?
Oh, don't be sorry. It's okay. It's a hand.
Could you please remove it?
Okay.
It's not really comfortable and awkward.
Bit soon?
Yes.
Alright, don't worry about it. Forget it ever happened. I won't tell
Okay.
anyone. Be our
Okay.
secret.
All right.
This old school move
What?
is
Are
actually
you
not that
fucking
bad
kidding
if you do
me?
it a little bit tongue-in-cheek and you choose the right time to do it. And do you like going out to bars, partying, all that stuff?
Actually, no, I don't really like it because people are just drinking there, and I
Brilliant.
don't really like to
Like
drink.
us?
No,
You don't like to drink? Cheers.
no,
Cheers to
they
that.
just cheers. I think they're just drinking a lot, and then they're crazy, dancing everywhere,
Ah, you
smoking.
mean like shots and...
Yeah, all this.
Hard
I don't
drinking.
really like that. Yeah, but sometimes I go with my friends when they make me go, basically.
You like
Yes.
dancing? Can you dance?
I really can dance when I feel like dancing, but it doesn't happen often. That's why I don't go.
So, do I believe you, yeah? So if I caught you in the club, you wouldn't be dancing on the bar or the table.
No, nothing like that. Never.
You're controlled.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
very, very self-controlled.
But you're single at the moment. You don't
Yes, I
go
am.
to bars to meet men?
Really, I don't think it's a perfect place to meet someone nice.
What do you do then? Internet?
No, internet. I don't believe in that. I
Okay.
think that it's better just to live your life, to work and go to the parks, wherever you go, and then one day you will meet someone when it's time.
That's very romantic. So you believe in fate.
Yeah, I do.
So you're single at the moment, right?
Yes,
you
I
haven't
am.
got secret lovers and husbands all around the world or something?
No.
Okay. And how is it? Because I know some girls, they're never single. They just have relationships, split up into the next one.
Yeah, maybe. I quite like it. I think it's better to be single than with someone you don't like or something like that. That's why I really enjoy that. I have a lot of free time to develop my personality and to do something, read and do more work. So I like it.
What's your longest relationship?
It was about a year.
A year? I once met a girl who said 2 weeks to that question.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's kind of weird. Don't
Amazing,
you think
right?
so?
Yeah, very strange.
What about you?
My longest was my first relationship, 2.5 years.
Oh, that's quite long.
Yeah. But how long have you been single this time?
It's about 3 months now.
3 months. If you don't mind me asking, and you don't have to answer if you don't want to, but why did you break up with your last man?
Oh. Actually, we broke up because he was useless in bed.
What? Oh my god. That sucks. Make a joke about how you just need 3 to 5 minutes. Sympathize and desexualize the moment. Say that must mean she hasn't been properly satisfied in a long time. It's your 3 to 5 minutes.
I'll tell you what we can do about that. And bear with me for a second. One evening, come round, because I want to show you some stuff anyway. I've got an aquarium, whatever, you're going to love it. But anyway, come round and we'll pick some, I've got candles, you know, these aroma candles, whatever.
Right.
And very nice music. So think of a track you really like, maybe
Okay.
something like The Weeknd. We'll put that on.
Maybe.
And give me like 3 to 5 minutes to show you what I can do. You'll love it. And it doesn't take long, that's the benefit.
It's a joke, right?
I don't know, we'll see.
Okay.
From time to time, girls up the ante sexually and say things
Oh,
like this,
God.
and you need to be able to respond in the right way. One of the options is to be playfully tongue-in-cheek about it, but in a way that shows confidence. So that will work. Oh, looks like the taxi's already here, but it was wonderful spending time with you, and we should do this again sometime soon.
Yeah, I think so. I liked it.
All right, great. I'll think of something interesting to do. We can go I don't know, play some sport or something like that, yeah?
I would love to. Great.
Okay,
You will
great.
message me then.
Yeah, sure.
Great.
Correct, that's the right option.
No kiss? No good night kiss?
Ideally, we want nighttime plus drinks, right? To make sure the date goes as well as possible. So, congratulations.
All
You made it. You got all
right.
the way to the end and completed all 10 levels. Now, there is an even better ending if you go through and you complete them all with 5-star ratings, plus get 50% completion, but it will be worth your while, so I suggest you go and do it. As a reward for completing the game, I'm going to give you a few secrets in the making of it. Now, did you notice this? That there's a scene with a girl called Alexa, and there's another one called Jenna. We're talking about the club dance floor and the girl on street, and also first date. Did you notice that that's actually the same girl? That's actress Shanna Vincent. Something else in the game is that in the friend-to-girlfriend level, Lilia, the girl in it, is actually my friend. She's my friend since 2012, and so a lot of the stuff in that level is true, like her going on to a design course. Finally, maybe most shocking is that the girl Kate is actually my wife of, I don't know, about 6 months ago. So you didn't know that, and that's kind of like a silly little reward for you finishing the game. But if you want to go a little bit further and get the best possible ending, then I've got an even better surprise for you. So maybe go ahead and do that. But again, thank you so much for playing, and I hope you really loved the game.
That's his wife? Damn, she's hot. I didn't even realize they were the same. I really liked her a lot. I think she might have been my favorite. I liked her too, actually. Shit, I like them all. I didn't even notice though. It's clearly the same girl. She's wearing a wig, yeah. So 50% completion. That's his wife. That's his wife. She's so pretty. So what I'm thinking is maybe sometime we'll go through each one twice because I want to get a perfect run through on all of them, and then I want to get every single answer as well. But we can kind of cheat a little bit. Like here, I know I can. I'm pretty sure I got a lot of the red answers because they're bad. You could tell. We'll see though. Maybe I'll click this, try to do my perfect run through, and then see. I don't know. I might have to play them 3 more times, like 4 total. I don't know. But advice book. I think this here will tell me which answers are right. So this one I could probably get a perfect run through easily. I just gotta remember each answer. But yeah, this one I'm gonna have to play twice because I didn't get all of them. Oh no, look at all of these here. That sucks. But yeah, we'll go through each one and just play them, try to beat them completely, if that makes sense. Alrighty. I think these are just all perfect runs, right? Get physically attacked at every possible choice. Feedback video outtakes. I don't know what that means.
You know what? I've been thinking it for a while, but this guy's just a dick, and you just need to dump him, basically. Get rid.
Not that. So these are the ones I haven't gotten. Are these just extra videos?
Okay, try it.
Are you calling me a prostitute?
Maybe try and be angry.
Are you calling me a prostitute? Не получилось. Нет, я хороший человек.
Let me try and upset you first.
So we're gonna be busy all night.
You what?
No, with you.
Okay.
Yeah?
That's cool. Yeah. Are you joking? No.
No. Well, would you like me to joke or not?
No.
No?
Oh, forget the report.
Okay.
No. Yeah, I'm printing so much today. The poor rainforest.
Yes, exactly. So much.
You're free, right?
Yeah. You know I like eating. Can we do that on Thursday? Yeah?
What?
Should be busy?
Yeah.
I forgot. Oh, busy then?
Red. Rosso.
Red.
What's her accent?
After work, me and some of the guys and girls were going to the Shamrock Bar.
All right.
Сразу? Hey, listen, after work, a few of us, me and some of the boys and girls, were going to... Okay. Alright, it's a long way off, but at least this
Hopefully
is a lot
I'm
of time
gonna-
for me to practice my cooking, so
Yeah,
it should
well,
be really
hopefully
tasty by
By
then.
that time I move to Russia or somewhere.
What? Huh? Oh. It's yours. Keep it.
No, I was designing the stuff.
When's that?
Like,
I thought
you
were a
know.
lawyer.
Yeah. I have many talents.
What? No.
То есть я лора, оно все друг к другу соотносится? То есть я должна быть лора?
Well, I don't know, just don't say you did everything.
Okay.
You do want to go home, right? So you should be happy. Lesbian.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to, maybe every time I play, I go through one of these videos.